Marcus tips the valet a crisp $100 bill. A matte black European coupe pulls up. The lease alone runs him $2,100 a month, and he slides into it wearing a bespoke velvet tuxedo like he was born in it. Sarah stands 3 feet away. Off-the-rack dress. Standard tip. She's waiting on a 5-year-old hybrid sedan. Paid off. Nothing special to look at. Marcus owns 3 regional laundromats and a self-storage facility. No, wait, that's Sarah. Marcus is the VP of sales at a software company that hasn't stopped growing in 4 years. If you had to guess who was the millionaire at this gala, you'd pick Marcus in a heartbeat. You'd be wrong. Both of them are 34. Both of them think they've already won. Let's look at what's actually running underneath each of them. Marcus takes home $26,000 a month. That's not a typo. $26,000 after taxes every single month. But watch where it goes. $7,800 for the penthouse. $2,100 for the car. $14,000 on dining, personal trainers, and flights he books without checking the price first. By the time it's all accounted for, he's got about $2,100 left over. His net worth sits at $180,000, and almost all of it is locked away in a 401k he can't touch. Marcus feels invincible. He also has a low hum of anxiety he doesn't talk about, the sense that if he ever stops running, the whole thing stops with him. Sarah pays herself $5,500 a month. On paper, that alone looks almost unremarkable next to Marcus. But her laundromats and her storage units and a quiet portfolio of municipal bonds hand her another $9,200 a month in passive income, money that shows up whether she works or not. Total take-home, $14,700. Her burn rate is $2,200 for the mortgage, $2,600 to live on, $4,800 total. She reinvests almost $10,000 every single month. Her net worth is $2.8 million, quietly compounding in the background while she sleeps. Sarah isn't chasing anything. She feels something closer to unshakable calm. Then the same thing happens to both of them on the same week. A windfall. $65,000, after taxes, drops into each of their accounts. Marcus gets a year-end bonus. Sarah sells off an underperforming commercial lot. Same number, same moment. Completely different instincts take over. Marcus sees it as a reward, proof that the grind is paying off. $24,000 goes to a limited edition Swiss chronograph. $41,000 goes into a fractional share of a ski chalet in the mountains. It's beautiful. It's also got an $800 a month maintenance fee attached to it, which means the windfall didn't just get spent, it made his monthly burn rate worse. Sarah sees the same $65,000 as ammunition. She puts all of it into a private real estate syndicate. Medical office buildings, boring, stable, unglamorous. It adds $480 guaranteed dollars a month to her passive income, forever. One of them turned a windfall into a bigger bill. The other turned it into a bigger reservoir. Now the economy turns on both of them at once. A brutal 14-month credit freeze locks up the whole country. Tech spending halts overnight. Marcus's company misses 2 earnings calls in a row and eliminates his entire division. His $26,000 income goes to 0 by 9 in the morning on a Tuesday. Not reduced. 0. At the exact same time, Sarah's laundromats and storage units see a 20% dip in revenue. People are tightening their belts everywhere, and her business isn't immune to that. Here's where the two stories split for good. Marcus's burn rate doesn't care that his income disappeared. $24,700 a month, still due. The penthouse, the car, the chalet fee, all of it locked in regardless of what he's earning. He's got $32,000 sitting in cash. Run the math and it's brutal. He has 1.2 months before total default. He has to call his landlord and beg to break the lease. He sells the watch at a 40% loss. He calls his parents to cover the car penalty because there's no other option left on the table. The version of himself that felt invincible 3 months ago is now negotiating with a landlord at 11 at night. Sarah's passive income dips from $9,200 to $7,360. A real hit, no question. But her burn rate is still just $4,800 a month. Even with her salary at 0 and her business is down, she's still running a surplus of $2,560 every single month. On the same Tuesday morning that Marcus is watching his division get eliminated, Sarah is on her porch with a cup of coffee, completely insulated from the panic on the news. She doesn't have to change a single thing about her life, not one thing. Here's what's actually happening beneath the surface, because it's easy to watch this and think Marcus was just reckless. Think of income as a high-powered hose. While the water's running, it looks incredible. Impressive pressure, impressive spray. Everyone's watching. But the second someone shuts the valve, the hose is just an empty piece of rubber lying in the grass. Wealth is different. Wealth is the reservoir you build underneath the hose to catch the water before it disappears into the ground. Marcus had an extraordinary hose. He never built a reservoir. Financial invincibility was never about the size of the paycheck. It's the ratio between what your assets pay you while you sleep and what your lifestyle costs you to simply exist. Now, before this turns into a lecture on Sarah being right and Marcus being wrong, it's worth slowing down. Marcus's decade wasn't wasted. The elite social circles, the Rolodex full of powerful contacts, the peak experiences in his 20s and 30s, that's real capital too, even if it doesn't show up on a balance sheet. When he rebuilds, and he likely will, he's rebuilding with relationships and reputation that Sarah simply doesn't have access to. And Sarah's path wasn't free either. She sacrificed over a decade of short-term luxury. She skipped the dopamine hit of the flashy car, the applause of walking into a room and having people assume she'd already made it. That's a real cost, just a quieter one. So this was never about who made the smart choice and who made the dumb one. It's about which stress you'd rather carry. The slow, disciplined stress of sacrificing now to buy yourself bulletproof autonomy later. Or the sharp, electric stress of consuming everything now and staying forever tethered to the treadmill that has to keep running just to keep you standing still. Thank you for watching.